Hello, Anomicon. My name is Matthew Schang. I am a science communicator, a podcast host to Mothboys. I am an author. I just released a book called Wonders of the Void, and it is a speculative biology piece on cryptids. So today I'm going to be reading part of the chapter on the Flatwoods Monster in my latest book. So this is the first time anyone hearing it. So I hope you enjoy. And if I slip, please forgive me. I don't do much of speaking events. So let's get into it. One of the most well-known cases of otherworldly creatures visiting is the Flatwoods Monster. The date was September 12th, 1952, and dusk had fallen upon the sleepy town of Flatwoods, West Virginia. There was a group of children playing outside Flatwoods Elementary School. The children saw a bright flash and something that fell from the sky in the distance. The children ran home to get their family dog, their mother, Kathleen May, and brought National Guardsman Eugene Lemon to help investigate this fallen object. When the group got to the site, they noticed a glowing red light up on the hill. It was when they shined a flashlight upon the mound, they saw a creature with a spade-shaped head and a dress-shaped body, and wearing what looked like a metal suit. The creature was about 10 feet tall and had a nauseating smell emitting from the body. The monster also had piercing orange eyes that almost seemed to glow. The creature never ran at the group, but it glided towards them. Terrified, the people ran down the hill, escaping but only to fall ill for the next few hours from the staining smell that came from the monster. With the information gathered on this specimen from the eyewitnesses, we can deduce that the Flatwoods Monster's characteristics and ecology. We know that the Flatwoods Monster traveled through space via craft, which means this alien came from an organized civilization, from a different star, moon, or planet. We aren't sure if the creature designed the craft or just happened to fall upon it. We recently pinpointed the exact origins of the Flatwoods Monster, also known as Braxy on Earth, for Braxton County, where it was spotted. We were able to discover high levels of salt in the soil where the creature had landed in West Virginia. NASA's mission to the celestial body in 2015 collected data that identified this salt specific to Europa, the sixth largest moon in our solar system. Europa formed 90 million years ago from leftover dust and gas produced in our universe. Europa has a water ice shell surrounding the entire planet, with a large ocean underneath. The water beneath is highly concentrated with salt that is only found on Europa. This frigid world has a unique orbital situation. The other moons surrounding it give off different strengths of gravity that pull at Europa's surface to varying degrees. This forms long linea or cracks in the ice, which make it difficult for life to exist on the surface due to the fluctuating pressures. But life on Europa's surface is not impossible. We know of one type of organism that prospers on the surface, and that is microfauna. These micro animals are called tardigrades, which are found everywhere across the universe. They are an extremophile, able to withstand extreme pressures of any environment. If these organisms can thrive on the outer shell with extreme gravitational pressures, then so can life in the vast ocean beneath the thick ice where these pressures have little effect. Europa's ocean is teeming with life. We know this because of a NASA mission to Europa that landed in 2020. The mission was called Project Glacier. The lander that made it to the surface excavated ice cores and drilled the surface. They sent a camera in the depths below to capture images. It was successful and caught a whole environment teeming with life. The camera was eventually destroyed. We aren't sure by what. From what we could tell, these life forms range from a large variety of plants to full-grown underwater animals. All life on Europa is carbon-based, which means that on a molecular level, we are related to them. The creature most well known on Europa is what we have come to call the Flatwoods Monster. The aliens are water-bound animals. They use aquatic respiration, which is the process where organisms exchange respiratory gases in water. These creatures gather oxygen that has dissolved into the water. The oxygen comes from aquatic plant life, and they release carbon dioxide. They use gills on the sides of their column or neck for both of those operations. Since they are aquatic animals, the suit that was seen surrounding the being in Flatwoods, West Virginia, was a suit which is believed to be similar to our extravehicular mobility unit, or EMU, a suit used for space missions. The creature suit was used to pump Europa's water into its gills and protect it from all the environmental dangers of space travel. The upper body of these fascinating animals is built similar to the hominid, or great ape. Both have upright bodies, closely built torsos, and upper extremities with opposable thumbs. The lower half of its body consists of tentacle-like arms. These creatures have a hierarchical system of brains, with the primary being in the mantle, or the head. There are 8 arms, each individually controlled by their own brains. These arms have 100 suction cups each, which are used to sculpt its environment, grab onto prey, and even taste. The arm suckers have what we call chemoreceptors. Chemoreceptors use the suckers to detect chemicals, then send those detections to the brain as taste signals. There are more neurons in its tentacle-like arms than in its mantle. These arms are perfect for hunting. This makes the creature the most dangerous predator in Europa. Flatwoods monsters exhibit a variety of locomotor strategies that enable them to navigate their alien habitats with agility, precision, and speed. Among the most common methods of propulsion is jet propulsion, a mechanism similar to that of earthly cephalopods, whereby water is expelled through a siphon to generate thrust and propel the organism forward. This form of locomotion allows the Flatwoods Monster to achieve rapid bursts of speeds, evade predators, and hunt prey in its dynamic aquatic environments. They are almost completely carnivorous. Most of their diet consists of fish-like animals called cosmoposis. Cosmoposis are large and very aggressive, anatomically similar to the large eel found here on Earth. But they have no chance against the cunning, fast, and highly resourceful Flatwoods Monster. The animals will also consume decomposing carcasses on their home planet that have fallen to the ocean floor. That is only if food is scarce. Their stomachs contain a bacteria that allows them to digest decaying flesh appropriately. Communication among Flatwoods monsters is a sophisticated blend of visual displays, tactile signals, and acoustic vibrations. These form the foundation of their social interactions. From intricate color patterns that convey emotional states to complex dances that establish social hierarchies, these beings have developed a rich language of communication that fosters cooperation and cohesion with their communities. The Flatwoods monsters use bioluminescence. Bioluminescence is the production of light emitted from a living organism. This is used for many purposes, like attracting mates and prey, but it's mainly used to show emotions. The Flatwoods monsters are highly intelligent and extremely emotional animals. Their skin will partially change colors depending on their mood. Braxy's skin will radiate green when in an alert hunting mode. When the creature is confronted and experiences fear, the bioluminescence turns orange or red. In this instance, the creature has very little control over the color response. This light occurs due to the chemicals being released automatically. In other instances, though, the creature can control when it changes color through neurological cognizance. In both cases, the bioluminescence is emitted from its head. This explains why the eyewitnesses in Flatwoods, West Virginia, said the creature's eyes were glowing an almost orange color. It was scared of the humans, which it thought they were there to harm it. When the Flatwoods monster feels threatened, it may also use another form of protection. It releases a noxious liquid as survival mechanism intended to repel threats. Flatwoods monster create this noxious liquid from two separate sacs in their lower abdomen. The liquid travels through a tube that is attached to the suit and allows it to be effective when it encounters beings on other planets. The suit's tubes are connected to it biologically through neurostrings that connect straight to the main brain. It opens and closes to release the biological deterrent when feeling threatened. The liquid also releases a gas when it hits the atmosphere. This combined reaction from the chemicals in each sac forms a nauseating liquid that makes the threat extremely sick and disoriented. The creature's incident in West Virginia was a powerful example of the survival mechanism. The monster of Flatwoods saw the humans and released the aggressive liquid that ended up making the group of humans sick for a long time. These creatures also use a variety of acoustic vibrations that only this species can hear. Some are to call upon other braxies for assistance, and some are to confuse prey. We came to the conclusion using convergent evolution and the great analogy. Octopuses and the creatures known as Flatwoods monsters evolved from the same microorganism. We believe that they there was a celestial collision that hit Europa, sending pieces of debris hurtling through space. These pieces had the microorganisms on it that landed on Earth millions of years ago. Octopuses evolved differently from any other animal on Earth because its origins were not Earth-bound. One of the most striking aspects of octopus evolution is their complex nervous system, which includes a centralized brain with similar brain-like sensory organs and an intricate network of neurons that allow for rapid information processing and decision-making. This type of neurological complexity supports the remarkable cognitive abilities displayed by octopuses, such as problem-solving, learning, memory, which rivaled those of any other animal. The other microorganisms remained on Europa to evolve and adapt to its own environment, and these creatures became the Flatwoods Monster. This is why these two creatures are incredibly similar. With only a few differences, unbeknownst to us, extraterrestrial creatures have been living on Earth and existing alongside us. And that is a little bit of the chapter on the Flatwoods Monster. You can pick up the book on Amazon. It was so much fun hanging out and talking. I hope you all enjoyed.